Hello there everyone on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of this Rohan campaign. I'm pretty sure that my microphone must be really loud, but I'm not hearing it as much on my headset, so I'm increasing a little bit just by approaching the microphone there. So I no longer need this spy here. I kind of just need to see what's going on over there. Yeah, basically Pelargir is going to fall in 2 turns, as well as these places. Then I'll have everything free to go into Morannon. Yeah, that should be nice. Still have an army building up here, and I'm getting lots of archers, which I'm in need of. Let's just end up the turn and see what Mordor is about to do. Not a lot of people approaching on the stream. Well, I guess it's weekday, so, you know. Hang on a second, let me just get cleared up with some more lighting. That's better. Not easy to move that up. I think that's fine. Okay, so the Nazgul are returning to Mordor. Yeah, that's one of the things that Moss submod has better than Divide and Conquer. You can select those. Minas Ithil, Cirith Ungol. It's spreading, alright. No longer have as much money because I overbuilt stuff, but it's fine. Can I recruit stuff? Oh, very soon I'll be able to. So let's make sure that Minas Tirith, can build some knights. And Minas Ithil build a tomb. I could get their hero shrine, but I really want the stables for now. Bad relations with those guys. That's fine. Let me just check possible constructions here. Cattle farming or the tomb. I think tomb is better. Baron stables, yeah, for sure. Okay, Andros could get this. And that's about it. No. So no units being recruited. That's kind of fine
with
for
honor,
now.
my lord.
No. Let me just approach
As you
every
wish.
single
Orders.
army there. This guy should send
My
these units there. Well, they're
My
full,
lord.
so that's fine.
Yes.
No. These guys are merging units there. Actually, I really need to take these units away, so I'm just going to leave this depleted unit there and
By
join
your
up
command.
here.
Joining forces.
There we go, because they are just losing troops right now.
Orders.
Could have some Gandarian volunteers there, but it's fine. Okay,
Your orders, my lord.
Have a taste of my
time to
breath.
deal with
We
this
shall
orc camp.
engage.
It does
We
have this
shall prevail.
the idea that it's a huge
Yes.
encampment, so I'm not going to attack it. Cirith Ungol has decent sized armies, but it does
Your will,
need,
my lord.
something like this.
As you wish.
Okay, cannot move that, so let's
Yes,
go
my
like
lord.
this. Let's move there.
Orders.
Let's
By
make sure
your
that we
command.
merge units there. So you need some Helmingas. Do you have
Orders.
Helmingas?
Your
Yes, you
will,
do.
my lord. As
Just
you
the
wish.
depleted units, making sure that we get them all.
My lord.
What else do we have here? So there's some Editive
Orders.
footmen.
My
There you
lord.
go.
Yes.
Just making sure that they are
Your orders, my
not
lord.
depleted. So Riddermark skirmishers and heavy
My lord.
lancers. Yeah, for
Orders.
sure. And some Royal Guards
will,
probably
my
in the
lord.
skirmishers. No, these are
Orders.
Earth Horse
My
archers.
lord.
Yeah, I think with these guys,
Will,
they
my lord.
probably should
As you
go
wish.
there.
My lord.
I don't know if I have one of those. I do not, I think.
Your will, my lord.
But this
By your command.
should merge. Yeah, there we go.
Your will, my lord.
There's a
As
Royal
you
Guard
wish.
there. There isn't any Royal Guard.
My lord.
So let's just leave there then.
Merging armies, my lord. Your will, my lord.
There we
Leaving the
go.
army.
Yes, my lord.
Merging there.
Orders.
These guys should merge
By
as
your
well.
command.
There we go.
Orders.
This guy's gonna approach here.
My
Gonna
lord.
approach there.
Yes.
Your orders, my
You're
lord.
fine. That one will be in 1 turn. Just making sure that we keep the pressure. This one will be fine. Pelargir will also be conquered. And in the meantime,
I will not
okay,
waste
he
words on
is
you.
attacking Lean here, so and he's bringing some units. Particularly these Haven Guards and the Tirith Air Wardens. These guys are really good. I mean, 9 attack with 32 defense. Come on. Skill against mounts. That's cool.
My lord.
Yeah, there's the
Yes.
archer.
Yes, my lord.
I'm requiring a lot of
Yes.
archers, and unfortunately, they cannot all be Helmingas. You know, because they only are produced over there, so it's not like I can have that on all my armies, you know. Okay, but for now, I think the army
Your
of
orders, my
Henneth
lord.
Annûn is quite fine. Should move all of them out, except someone, perhaps. Or not. No, I'm gonna move all of them and just leave one
Assembling
guy
a
there.
mighty host.
How about these Gundarian volunteers?
As you
Yeah, there we
wish.
go. Yeah, it's still pretty fine. So this
Yes, my
army, I'm
lord.
gonna put it here so that
Yes.
it's on the best place. This guy
I'm
might
gonna
attack me there on
stick
the
you.
Orc camp. Let me check for Baradur, how's everything.
Have a taste of my
There's a
blood.
Nazgul without anything there. That's cool. Okay, end the turn. There's probably going to be a lot of battles with him trying to sail out. So we're going to see that. That's exactly what I want, of course. You know, that's the purpose of sieging. It's making sure that he brings more units there. Same thing here. So what does he have there? There's nothing really important here. You know, it's just a Nuric bodyguard, of course. It's a general. But you can deal with that easily, and the rest of the forces, it's actually pretty low quality troops. He does bring a mounted trolls into the fray here, but this army is more than prepared for that. Yeah, let's go for it. Perfect. I could actually get the mounted trolls first, but no, no. I think I can deal with almost all the enemy army before before having to deal with the mounted trolls. Because they will still survive for a long while, you know. So let's start deployment. We are under attack by those guys there, and the trolls will come in from that side. So let's put these guys here. Shift 1. Lots of archers, so yeah. That's something that I like. No flaming ammunition, thank you. And certainly no skirmish. I did not start with skirmish, which is good. Kind of want to have the best middle troops there, so you're just gonna move here. These guys, no skirmish, thank you. Yeah, and the cavalry for sure. I want it on this side to be, pretty far away from those mounted trolls there. Yeah, there we go. So cavalry forces, you can go over here as fast as you can. Heavy horse archers, you can go over here. I'm pretty sure that I should move my infantry units a little bit. So let's go for this. Actually, even like this would be better. There we go. So all my archers are firing. My catapults as well. I think I don't need that flaming ammunition. For sure, these ballistas might get a couple of my men with their fires, so hopefully not. Actually, they didn't, so that's fine. They haven't killed any. That's good. Now the catapults are going to do some damage. And yeah, the mounted trolls are too far away to do anything. So there's some scouts and stuff there. It's fine. I think as soon as I charge with my cavalry, everything is going to be really fine. Yeah, there we go. These guys should go over here in my cavalry. Let's just move them over there. So I know there's a Uruk bodyguard around here. Where is it? I don't know. But still, these infantry units can just hang on really well. But these are gods of Medusa. He's actually attacking the best troops there, which is never a good thing for him. Okay, so these guys, that should fall easily. And right now, really want to charge there. Okay, there's some Uruk bodyguards there. There we go. Let's just attack these archers from the back. I'm sure these Uruks will fight on really well, but there's these Uruk bodyguard here that is severely suffering, or is going to suffer a little bit. He's going to tell these guys to attack. Okay, so these ballistas and stuff can stop, and they should actually go in something like here. so that you can start attacking those mountain trolls as soon as they start arriving. Right, so there's some wooded bodyguards there. Let's just move these guys away. There we go. There we go. So lots of wooded bodyguards there suffering. Shouldn't be attacking with these riders. I think I'm just gonna move them on this back place. Now what do we have here? Some Uruks. Time to charge them and finish them off. Let's go after those bodyguards. If the bodyguard is destroyed, and then of course every single unit here will die. So that is quite fine. Spearman, I don't want you to go against anything else but that bodyguard. These Loserneck X-Men, they kill pretty fast, actually. Now, Ballista. There's some mountain trolls? Yes, there are. Yes, they are. So let's move here. Come on, as fast as you can. So there's some Uruks there, that is fine. There's the bodyguards there. Okay, for now I think, you know, the overall thing, or the overall battle is going well. You know, I've almost finished these guys up. I could use some extra charge here and there, but, you know. Okay, so the mountain trolls are kind of approaching. I have to start attacking these guys. Now, I don't know where the bodyguard was. There we go. Okay, so it's time that I actually, you know, these are Uruks and such, but it's time that I actually attack these guys from the back. So, let's go there. There we go. Royal Guard, let's attack these maulers there. There we go. These guys are now taking mountain trolls. And who's over there? My Royal Guard? Really? Okay, get away from that. Really get away from those guys and just attack the Uruk archers, I guess. Yeah, for now. You gotta take them away because they will take lots of losses for nothing. Yes, we managed to crush most of the opposition here. Yeah, these maulers are fighting to the death, which is nice. Okay, I don't know what happened there with my catapults and ballistas, but I really want to hit those mountain trolls.
Good tidings.
Good.
The enemy
General is dead. This means that all this force is going to back away. Suddenly they're going to back away. Okay. Heavy horse archers, let's attack over there. That is fine. Okay, there's some Rohan spearmen fighting as the Sauron's will there. Okay, let's send these Helmingas into the fray. And now I gotta stop this fire because it's just gonna hit my own men. Did they manage to kill anyone? No, they didn't. Okay, there's some Uruk archers here fleeing and stuff. I think I'm just gonna move in with this infantry force over there. Okay, you can attack there. You can attack over there. Actually, Lancers, you're gonna go against the mountain trolls. Okay, these infantry units, I can just tell them to go against Sauron's will there. These guys, I'm just gonna position them here. Why not? Catapults, they should move in and try to attack those guys.
Victory will be ours.
Okay, so all my cavalry forces I think are over here. Riders of the Fold should attack over there. So where are the mountain trolls? 10. I didn't want the dismounted Royal Guard. I wanted this Royal Guard. You know. This Sauron's will needs to be completely surrounded. Needs to be away from the mountain trolls. Someone's streaming Third Age. Is it Divide and Conquer submod? Yes, I can feel. Welcome to the stream, mate. By the way, this is not the version 1 still, because I started this playthrough a while ago before the version 1's appeared, and of course you lose all the progress. The save games are not compatible between versions, so I couldn't start up with the version 1. But of course, as soon as this playthrough finishes, you can already see that I'm fighting Mordor in Mordor's land, so it's quite near completion. Then I'll for sure install the version 1 and just play it. Do you play as well? I can feel. Okay, these guys, I don't want to chasing those orc maulers. You know, I have my catapults trying to do so. Well, they are in the middle, so they're gonna cause some damage to my own men if I'm not careful. These catapults are fine. Should actually be able to hit those. Now let's attack here. Not just one but haven't played this one yet. Only tried Moss. Well, it's a very different feel. This is mostly for, you know, Moss doesn't have as many factions. This one has a lot of factions, which means that diplomacy actually plays a bigger role, because you do have the neutral factions. It's not all black and white. No, it's not all either you are a good faction or you're a bad faction. No, this one changes things a little bit. Actually, just sending anyone here to fight the mountain trolls. I just don't like to see them fighting nothing there. Yeah, the SusaVile is probably dead there. The biggest issue is, for instance, you don't get rid, like on Moss, you have the scripts that show up that allow you to personalize a little bit the campaign. On this one, you don't have those. So you have garrisons, you have immortal Nazguls, for instance, and some other stuff. Oh god! No, no, no. You know, catapults, you're now doing more harm than good. They actually killed a lot of my bodyguards. Hopefully they didn't kill them themselves. Well, this is a conquest, by the way. For that I mean he attacked a city that I was besieging, and this is one of the units that is on there. Okay, I gotta move this guy away, actually. Let me charge everything. I know this is a really big clump of units, but yeah. I'll give it a try, probably. Total War Warhammer came in between. Same thing, man. Same thing. I was actually playing Warhammer, and then Civilization 6 came in, and I'm still finishing up a playthrough as well. So, you know, lots of stuff to play. It's never bad when there's lots of stuff to play, you know. They actually should send a charge on these guys from the back, just to make them rout. Probably they will, you know, just due to the overwhelming odds here, you know. So let me send my bodyguards here. I did lose more units than I was expecting here, but yeah, you know, still a victory. My general is quite weak, so I kind of have to be careful with that. Now, I thought that the charge would do more effect. It's mostly because I'm actually suffering a little bit. So I'm gonna get these guys away. Now, there's no longer any need to be like there. No, these infantry forces are awesome. So SusaVile is over there. Like, there's some personalized infantry units different from the Moss versions, you know. Like, for instance, Isengard even gets trolls on this submod. Okay, so I'm sending the archers when I shouldn't, honestly. I'm actually starving for archers, so I shouldn't be sending these guys out. I mean, the Helmingers are just dying, which is not exactly what I wanted. Although, to give him some credit, he's still fighting, even surrounded. That was what I didn't expect. I was expecting them to, you know, flee. Now I can charge and make a good charge outcome. And hopefully I'll get some more, you know, reinforcements, let's say. Okay, cavalry forces, this should cause, yeah, just a good frontal charge makes them flee. So we're gonna capture another city, which is also good. At this point in the game, I'm actually just fine trading units toe to toe, you know. It's not like it's gonna be important to have everything with even numbers in the end. So there we go. Enemy general's fallen. I think there's like one guy there dying. No, everything is fine. So why aren't we winning the battle? They go ×6 in case there's someone trapped or something like that. I don't hear any sounds of struggle here. There's for sure no units nearby. Yeah. So there's probably just one guy out there retreating. Let me see if I can catch them. So there's probably someone there. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Get away, guys. Oh, you're just so slow because you have that heavy armor. That's fine.
The enemy are
Good.
utterly
Victory.
vanquished. This is a
They consider
great
the heroic
worthy
victory,
of only the mightiest of generals.
even though I didn't get a lot of casualties healed up, mostly in the infantry units. So it's not really the best outcome for me, but I'm receiving a lot of units, so yeah, kind of evens it up. The worst thing that I can have is it's not uneven numbers. Is to have no archers, you know, all the archers kind of depleted or the cavalry units depleted, because if you have one of the three key values, like cavalry, infantry, or archers quite depleted, then it's like you don't have them. Okay, so Mordor is also trying to go down here on Henneth Annûn. That's actually good for me. Now I gotta check this army. It doesn't have a lot. Well, it does have some depleted units here and there. Okay, so he's sending some mounted trolls in Olakai. I don't like the odds there. Now that's still a bridge battle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Is this the Moss map or the vanilla map? I think with Divide and Conquer, they actually used the... It's not the Moss, it's the enlarged map. So it has many more villages, or settlements, let's say. It really expands. You know, there were some places where you had just one settlement, then I'll have like 3 or 4 even. So just to explain that there's a lot more settlements on this map. I'm actually going to withdraw in this battle.
We must regroup. Pulling back from the
Okay.
walls.
Okay, let's find it out. At least there's no reinforcements there, so we kind of know what we have to deal with. There's like one unit of halberds, which is pretty much the unit that they have that causes the most damage. And then, other than the trolls, of course. So now we're gonna get the trolls and Olakai against us. I do not have any ballistas or catapults to, you know, try a lucky shot to kill 1 or 2 of them. Sometimes the ballistas and catapults will destroy them all, actually. But I do have some archers, so I gotta take care of that. Now, for this one, I think I should actually put these guys a little bit back. I'm not gonna have these guys in the middle, by the way, because that way he's gonna, you know, he's gonna send the trolls and Olakai against these poor infantry units, so that these guys are safe from that. There we go. Okay, one of you, you're gonna go over here. I think this cavalry unit is gonna go after the archers, and this one, yeah, actually the lancers should go with this. And this guy should go, actually this depleted one. So the depleted units are gonna go over there, and the best cavalry are going to go against their infantry. So yeah, that's good. Shift 1. There we go. So he does have the trolls and Olakai on this flank, so I gotta be careful there. You know, I don't want them to attack my cavalry units, so I'm just gonna move them a little bit away. These guys are the ones who are going to hammer and anvil, let's say. So run and run. Really don't like to do anything else but running. Okay, so he's sending his infantry forces, and he does have a lot of archers, and very weak forces. Like, these are the halberds. Actually, these are the work halberds, right? Yeah. Haven't played Rohan yet. I normally go High Elves or Gondor. Give it a try to every single faction, man. On Divide and Conquer, you actually have very a good addition of two different factions. So you can go with the Vale of Dorwinion and the Vale of Anduin. Both of them have very different playthroughs, I would say. Like for instance, with the Vale of Dorwinion, you usually go against Rune. You're kind of like replacing Dale on the basic vanilla campaign by being the one that has to go against Rune. And they have they can have elven units, they can have very good human units as well. So they're I'm pretty sure that you will love them actually. It's actually one of the factions that I really want to play. Okay, I'm gonna move these guys here. Hopefully the trolls in Olokai are gonna try to attack here. They can hang on for a little while. You know, high elves are just completely overpowered. Come on. They can do with one army or two. They can do the same things that we do here with 3 or 4. Or even 5 armies. Like a 10 unit army of elves, it's kind of like a 15 unit army of anything else. You know, they just do so much. Okay, I'm actually attacking some of these Alakai. That's good. Any shots on them will diminish their hit points so that they will die easily against these footmen and such. I don't know if it's better to have the shield wall or not, so most of the time people say it isn't, so yeah. Okay, so they're still not attacking here with the archers. Gotta wait for that. These guys are gonna attack the Uruks and Moran and God instead of the archers. Yeah, but they have shitty starting position. You only can have like 2 stacks in Moscow, so much upkeep. Yep, for sure, mate. I really never went with full stacks, I think, with the elves. Just abusing the fact that they can, you know, they can avoid that a little bit. Let's attack this Morandan God. And actually, you guys, here's what I'm gonna do. These guys, they're gonna attack this. And these guys, you're gonna take these orc archers. Yep. Gondor is much more OP. Well, their generals, you know, it's just the best addition that you could hope for that faction, because Gondor, for instance, they have very good infantry units. They start really powerful, but they still have that, you know, that trouble initially. Okay, I'm gonna go with the X-Men and the Mountain Trolls here. And these guys, well, let's just move them over there so that I can fight those archers. There we go. Gunners is strong with bows and much better infantry and cavalry. Well, the range on their bows, it's actually awesome because of they have the rangers. You know, if it wasn't for the rangers, then Gondor wouldn't have the best, wouldn't have as good, you know. Yeah, the biggest problem with Gondor is the starting position. You should actually just, for instance, there's a lot of ideas. You can try to keep everything that you had initially, or you can even just be comfortable leaving some of the places in order to have a much better engagement in some different things. Okay, why is there a cavalry unit here? It baffles me. Certainly don't know, so let me just move every single cavalry unit down here.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Since this Morannan God is already retreating, so is the
Uruk
Halberds.
They have lost half their men.
Yeah, the Pelargon Marines, man, they're just crazy good. I remember that. The actually for killing Olahai and Mountain Trolls and even Mumakil, I always use ballistas. One shot from a ballista will kill a Mountain Troll, and sometimes kill a Olahai. Sometimes you need a second one, but that unit, it's nearly dead. You know, any infantry unit will finish it off fairly easily. So that's one of the things, you know, I really like to do. Let me just regroup these cavalry units so they can charge again. And actually send these guys behind these so that they can kill them. Is he engaging my archers? Yes, he is. Get away from that, you archers. Like I used to do a lot. If you check out my YouTube channel, you can use the command !YT to get my YouTube channel. you could see a campaign, an old campaign in Moss with the Orcs of Gundabad. That was a very lengthy campaign where I had to fight like 20 or 30 stacks of Mordor in one single setting. Because I kept the ring. Everyone asked for me to keep the ring, and that was a very bad decision. But still, you know, it was an interesting one to see. But let's see the charge here on this Morannon God. Nice. I always like to see the numbers dying. So it's immediately on half of it, but they're still not dying, not leaving the area. You know, that's mostly because of those Olak High there, the mountain trolls. Well, so this Royal Guard, I should actually send them to the trolls or to the Olak High. They do a lot of damage. Or I should send them here and then I can charge with everyone there. Yeah, what is over there as well? Come on, run. Come on, Rohan Riders. You can do that. These guys can pursue those maulers. But I always liked using ballista units to kill Olak High. At least before, if you have like 3 or 4 units of ballistas, you can get like 4 or 5 Olak High before they even close in, if you're lucky, if they get good lucky shots. But usually 2 or 3, which, considering Olak High and their strength, it's really good to be able to kill 2 or 3 out of the bat, you know. For Rohan, I recently discovered just Royal Guard and Irid Heavy Lances do a lot of damage to the Olak High, so I'm not gonna send my bodyguards, just to make sure that he doesn't die. And now let's times 2. In Vanilla 3rd Age, High Elves wasn't that easy because you had such a hard time killing the Balrogs in Moria without any armor piercing. Yeah, quite true. You also have the Balrogs, if I'm not mistaken, on this submod. Kinda have to face him as well. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but the charge killed the Olak Highs. Just the charge. Of course, that's so much cavalry, you know. Let me just charge these mountain trolls as well. Yeah, and the Royal Guard is actually it actually does a lot of damage to those mountain trolls. So let's see, there's immediately 6. Of course, they have been in melee for quite some time, so the charge effect does a lot of damage to them. Yeah, 5, 4, you know, you can see 3. They just kill them really fast after a prolonged melee. They're very vulnerable to that charge, you know. So that's what I tried. I did lose more of my guards than what I wanted, you know, but what happens? Still a good thing, because we're going to be able to capture that other place very soon. They did have to retreat this. Yeah, cavalry is decent against trolls if you charge from behind. Yeah, the biggest problem that I have is that this is my best cavalry, kind of my best cavalry units, which I cannot recruit everywhere. So I don't want to use them unless, well, kind of right now it's when I want to use them, because I no longer need to be wary of big battles or really important battles like on, you know, like when you're trying to break through their front lines, you know. Right now that's quite fine. Oh, hello, sweetie. Come on. By the way, this is Arya. She's my cat, my Siamese cat. She's really cool. But she likes to go on the other side of the you know, of my computer, so of my monitor. So really don't want that today. Come on, sweetie. Get your. She actually has her tail here. Cavalry was a little bit OP in medieval. Yeah, I played so much medieval that I've had problems ever since Shogun 2 controlling cavalry. Because I'm so used to the, you know, let's charge, let's back away, let's charge again, that I forget that the mechanics changed a little bit.
This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
That was a good victory, you know, considering things. I did lose several infantry units, but you know, I have, I don't know if you've seen already, the map. I have like one full army of infantry just to reinforce here. I have several armies actually to reinforce. Let's execute them all. Let's sack that settlement.
A most noble conquest.
I should actually sack Pelargir as well. He didn't ask me. Yeah, there we go. So got Gelibrin. Let's build this up and build this up. I have the death stalks the land, but it's fine. It's not doing too much. I don't know why. Okay, that is cool. Construction report. Let's build some stuff. Why not? We got the standing stones. Why not? Again, let's go for mining network. It's not that I need any of these buildings, but you know, let's keep them busy. Let's build the shipwright. Yeah, why not? Now I got a lot of archer units, which I'm desperately in need of. So let's just merge everything. I think I have, you know, I'm gonna use those as well.
We'll make camp here as you wish. Joining forces, my lord.
There we go. I think I was recruiting some here. Yeah, there we go.
Your will, my lord.
I was in need of archer units. Right now I have too many. Yeah, let's just recruit the best units. Why not, you know? It's not like I shouldn't. It's not like I don't have the money, you know. Can you build? Yeah, you can. So let's go for those. That's it. So far, Gelibrin is already recruiting what I needed. Let me just check if there's no threats around here. I want to see if that's... I think that's Galadrim. I want to confirm that it's still Galadrim's. Now, this is a good general. And I could leave just one of these Erlang Axemen there.
With honor.
Okay, let's put it on low tax rate for now.
Your orders, my lord.
Can move here and build some watchtowers. I certainly
This
need
tower will
those.
keep vigil over
Now
the
let's build
lands.
another one here.
With honor.
There we go.
This
So
tower
we're gonna
will
attack
keep vigil
Morannon
over the
there
lands.
with this guy.
My lord.
Dorinen is actually doing really well. Over here, I'm gonna merge the units and really need to check this guy out. City Thungol is fine. Oh, there's a
Once I
Haradrim
capture
faction
you,
leader
your
here.
title will mean nothing.
I don't know why.
Yes, my lord.
Can merge these units. I'm gonna take away any depleted units and join
Your orders,
anything
my
from
lord.
this guy. Or even just give them all the units altogether. You know, it's not like it's bad.
Yes,
Well,
my
these guys are
lord.
kind of more fancy. So
Your
let me
will, my
take
lord.
away the depleted
My
units.
Your will, my lord. Your will, my lord.
These guys as
My
well.
lord.
These guys
Your
as
will,
well.
my lord.
So you're gonna
As
go
you
away.
wish.
Now what do you need?
Your
You have
orders,
1,
my
2,
lord.
3 archers.
Yes,
Let's give
my
him 2
lord.
archers.
Your will, my lord. By your command. Joining
1,
forces, my
2
lord.
infantry units. So I need a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4 cavalry units. I like having like 6 or 7. So let me
Your
give him
orders,
2.
my lord.
Yeah, these
Orders.
reader mark skirmishes are good.
As you wish.
And the rest is infantry. So that's 6
Yes,
units of
my lord.
infantry. 1 good.
My lord. Orders. Orders.
Yeah, it's actually too
My
many.
lord.
So there we go.
By your command.
Perfect. Now you can go and
To
attack
battle.
Henneth Annûn.
Orders.
You're gonna join here, merge units. You actually can get those Andarian volunteers. They also help.
Yes.
You know.
With
Let's
honor.
move over
Orders.
there. I'm pretty sure that I have, I have depleted units. That's one of the things
Your
that I
orders, my
don't
lord.
like about medieval. Is that it's not like you have replenishment where you automatic replenishment. In here you have to replenish manually, which is always a pain. Oh well, let me check Pelagia. Okay, I need that. Could retrain some of these units. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? So Gondor and Dol Amroth, because of my progress against Mordor, are finishing them up.
I will not waste
There's a
words on you.
Mimikil unit there that can do some damage, but still,
My
it's
lord.
pretty sure they're gonna die.
Approaching, my
I
lord.
gotta start checking these guys
Approaching
out,
quietly.
making sure that
Approaching
oh,
quietly.
making
will
sure
not waste
that
words
this
on
doesn't happen, which is Harad coming in with
Your
everyone.
corpse will be thrown to
My lord.
Okay, but so far it's quite fine. I don't want to go against Harad too soon. I think I
I'm
would
gonna
send,
stick you.
Yes,
this is
my lord.
Hama. I would like to replace him with a new general,
Your
with
will,
an
my
old
lord.
general actually.
By your command. We'll make camp.
Like something
Your
like
orders,
this
my
guy
lord.
with some units,
Yes.
something like that. Just to make sure, that there's no advancements in this area, that Tirith is defended, but I can keep, conquering on this side. Now there's a
I'm gonna
Nazgul
stick
here,
you.
but that'll be on the next episode for YouTube. I do record for YouTube as well at the same time, so That'll be it for you guys on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.